Somebody once told me, if you want more, learn to use what you already have. And those words hit harder the more I create. The tools we are covering today are built to help you get the most out of your time in the sky. I'm flying the Mini 5 Pro today, but most of these abilities are available on nearly all of DJI's consumer drones. They're just waiting to be mastered. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Jaunting Ape, and in today's video, we're looking at DJI QuickShots. There are 6 of them, and they are often looked at as amateur ways to shoot. But in today's video, I'm going to tell you why that's not the case, especially when you're trying to film yourself solo. That's always tough, and you don't want to be sitting there in your shot with the remote in your hand all the time. So this is an awesome way to do it, and with the DJI Mini 5, it's added a couple of different options to make this way better than it used to be. So I've got the sun rising behind me here in beautiful Bali, and I better get the drone up in the air and get the first one out of the way. Okay, we're starting off with a Rotate, which is a brand new quick shot available only on the Mini 5 Pro and Mavic 4 Pro. Before we run this shot, the first thing we need to do is make sure the obstacle avoidance is turned on. Tap the 3 dots on the top right and double check that this is enabled. Next, we're going to open up the shooting mode and scroll down until we see quick shots. The first one on the list is a Rotate, and this allows the aircraft to fly either forward or backward while the gimbal rotates around. This is perfect for showing off massive landscapes like Mount Agung. Before we start setting up the shot, we need to lock in our camera settings, so make sure your white balance is not on auto so it does not shift mid-shot. For resolution, we can choose either 1080 or 4K. I'm going with 4K for the best quality, and you should too. For frame rates, we have a choice between 30 or 60 frames per second. I usually choose 60 for quick shots because the moves can be fast and I like slowing them down in post. For color, we can shoot in normal, HLG, or D-Log-M. One nice upgrade on the Mini 5 Pro is that normal mode in 4K gives you 10-bit color, whereas on the Mini 4 it was only 8-bit. I'll be shooting in D-Log-M, but D-Log can be flat and hard to judge on the controller screen. So if you turn on Color Display Assist, you'll get a live preview of what the shot will look like after grading. These low light shots can be a bit tricky, but I'm locking my ISO at 100 and letting the shutter handle the exposure. This is a whole another rabbit hole that I'll cover in a different video, but now that the camera is set, we can tune the Rotate quick shot. So we're going to tap the arrow on the shot menu to open the Rotate options. Here we can choose the aircraft direction, either forward or backward. We can adjust the rotation angle from 0 to 180 degrees or from 40 to -40 degrees. We can set the rotation speed from minimum to medium to maximum, and we can choose how fast the drone flies with a max of 28 kilometers per hour. It's super important to keep your framing centered with Rotate, so we're going to head back up to those trusty 3 dots in the top right, and in here we'll find the camera menu, scroll down to grid lines, and turn on the center dot. I always fly this way along with the rule of thirds grid on. My first shot is going to be a forward flight with the 40 to 40 rotation, a slow rotation speed in about 10 kilometers per hour. One thing DJI still hasn't added is a left to right rotation. Rotate only goes right to left, which is a bit of a bummer, and hopefully this gets fixed along with other things in upcoming firmware updates. You can still get the left to right look by flying backward and reversing the clip in post. Just try not to get any birds, animals, or people in these shots if you plan on reversing them in post, because they'll all be moving backward and it looks ridiculous. I debated even putting in this 0 to 180 degree rotate option because it honestly makes my head spin, but this is a full tutorial, so here it is. And I'm sorry. I really do recommend sticking to the 40 to 40 setting if you're using Rotate. It's cleaner and just looks better in my opinion. And lastly, here's a look at the maxed out flight speed with a medium rotation. The 180 degree is fun to try once, but 40 to 40 is where it's at. For these early morning shots, it's important that you leave the ND filters off. But as the sun comes up here and we're getting golden hour, I'm heading over to a temple just a short walk away, and I'm going to be putting on an ND, probably 8. I'll see when I get there. The next shot we're looking at is the second one down the list, and this is a Dronie. This is where the drone flies backward and upward while staying completely locked onto the subject. It's perfect for revealing landscape around you, showing the path ahead, or simply pulling back to show where your story is taking place. I like using it when arriving at a viewpoint, starting a hike, or setting the tone for a new location. A little tip here is to lock onto a subject that's somewhere near the center of the action. Locking onto moving subjects can give poor results. There aren't many options to set up this quick shot. We just choose the distance we want the drone to fly to, with a minimum of 30 meters and a maximum of 120. Once everything is set up, here is our final result, revealing my path to the temple. Dronie is great for revealing the surrounding landscape and the path to travel, but this next one gives you a bird's eye view of the immediate area. Rocket is the shot, and it starts close to your subject and rises straight upward in a steady climb. One of the weaknesses with DJI QuickShots is that they only record in the forward direction, so you can't record in reverse as the drone comes back down the same path. This is another shot that I've reversed in post to get the look that I want. Rocket is the third option on our quick shot list, and in my opinion, one of the best. Just like with Dronie, I get the most reliable results by locking onto a stationary object rather than a moving person. The only settings that we need to worry about here are choosing the subject and selecting the final altitude, which can vary anywhere from 30 to 80 meters. Rocket is a powerful shot for reveals and overhead transitions, and for this one, I'm jumping into the pool at my villa, and as the drone lifts straight up from just above the water, it climbs. The whole scene opens up, and the dragon fruit forest stretching out behind the villa and rice fields are revealed. It's a simple move, but it shows the entire setting in one smooth rise. For the next shots, I'm moving on a few hundred meters down the road to the fantastic Cyan Temple. It has perfect subjects and backgrounds for these quick shots, so it's a great place to keep testing what the Mini 5 can do. Oh, look at that. Some kind of horned throat lizard. Anybody know what kind of lizard that is? Let me know in the comments. Next is the Helix, and here we need to lock onto the subject, choose a direction, and set the max radius anywhere from 10 to 120 meters. Once dialed in, Helix is by far the most powerful of the quick shots. This easily tops my list for epic reveals. I wanted to get this Goliath tree in the shot, and to pull off results like this, you might need to play with both the starting altitude and max radius. You're putting a lot of trust in the obstacle avoidance sensors with this one, but with the rise and the oblong orbit, it is totally worth the effort. So it took me 2 tries to nail that Helix. I didn't come far enough back over top of those big trees the first time. I had the altitude perfect, but I had to bring it back about 20 meters, and then I did it one more time. So that's a beautiful way of capturing the whole surrounding area. Now I'm going to get closer into the temple with the circle just to show the big statue itself, and the circle gives you a perfect orbit. So let's set that one up. The Mini 5 Pro has this wonderful 2x zoom with minimal loss in resolution. It's great for adding parallax and giving a scene new life. Unfortunately, when it comes to quick shots, they take that away from us. I jumped ahead to the Helix earlier, so we're backing it up on the list to the Circle quick shot. Circle is a fantastic way to get a perfect orbit. It's one of the easiest quick shots to set up. We just pick the subject and choose the direction. And if you haven't guessed, I'm choosing left again. Out of all the quick shots, I've found Circle gives the best performance when tracking moving subjects as well. It just seems to understand exactly what's being asked of it. It's actually amazing I haven't went for a tumble navigating these rice fields the last few weeks. That is, I think, what is it, 3 or 4 that we did out of the 6? Or is there 7? No, I can't remember. But the next few are going to be here in the rice fields. They require kind of more of an open space. So, how am I going to do this? Yeah. This is the alternate route back to my villa. My villa's just past that line of trees. So we're going to venture all the way out here, and we're going to get set up. This is a Boomerang, another one I don't mind using on moving subjects. It looks very similar to Helix at first, but the way it works is totally different. Boomerang gives us almost no control at all. We just pick the subject and the direction, that's all. The drone automatically decides the speed, the radius, the climb, and the whole oval-shaped flight path. Helix spirals up and out, locking onto the subject, but sacrificing some of the landscape and horizon as it climbs. Boomerang, on the other hand, stays low on those wide swings and is perfect for revealing the size and depth of the background. Next up is Asteroid, and this one's as simple as it gets. We just pick the subject and let the drone do its thing. It pulls back and up, captures a full spherical pano, and then flies back towards the subject for that little planet effect. Unfortunately, this shot is limited to 1080p, and it's been that way since DJI first introduced it. I really don't know why they keep depriving us of 4K on this one, but here we are. At any point during any one of these quick shots, you can view your shot in the album on the remote. The drone automatically assembles the Asteroid clip there, but generating the fancy edited versions inside the controller for all the other clips we cover just doesn't seem to be supported right now. Until DJI updates this in firmware, the only way to create the full edited QuickShot versions is by using your phone through the Quick Transfer. Now we're rolling into the last thing we're covering today, and it's something DJI gives us that basically takes all of these shots and puts them all together for you. This is called MasterShots, and what it does is fly through the whole series of strategic angles, movements, and zooms automatically. The full sequence takes less than 2 minutes, and it even breaks the clips down one by one in your file so you don't have to cut anything apart manually. After that, the DJI Fly app can assemble a full cinematic version for you, and this is what we get. The app gives you a bunch of edit options, adds music, and in this case even throws in dog barks. To use it, you pull the files from your drone to your phone with the Quick Transfer, open a MasterShot file, and pick a template. The one I liked had this cool intro graphic baked in, but I have no idea what a Blue Skies live stream is, and I definitely didn't want it. The good news is these edits are super customizable. Just hit the edit, then edit more, find the Blue Skies graphic highlighted in yellow and delete it, and bam, no more free advertising. The DJI Fly app is powerful, but that's a whole other video for another day. So that wraps up another one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing. It helps keep the channel alive. Now I've got a couple more days in these rice paddies, and I'm headed back to Canada to gather my equipment, tie up some loose ends, and I'll be headed right back down here to Southeast Asia. Keep on jaunting and the world is yours, my friends.